How to move a model between two Django apps, Django 1.7. So about a year ago I started a project, and like all new developers I didn't really focus too much on the structure. However, now I am further along with Django, it has started to appear that my project layout, mainly my models, are horrible in structure. I have models mainly held in a single app, and really most of these models should be in their own individual apps. I did try and resolve this and move them with South, however I found it tricky and really difficult due to foreign keys X. However, due to Django 1.7 and built-in support for migrations, is there a better way to do this now?
I am removing the old answers may result in data loss. As Ozan mentioned, we can create 2 migrations, one in each app. The comments below this post refer to my old answer. First migration to remove model from first app. Edit migration file to include these operations. Second migration, which depends on first migration, and create the new table in second app. After moving model code to second app. And edit migration file to something like this.
This can be done fairly easily using migrations.separate database and state. Basically, we use a database operation to rename the table concurrently with 2 state operations to remove the model from one app's history and create it in another's. Remove from old app. In the migration. Add to new app. First, copy the model to the new app's model.py, then. This will generate a migration with a naive create model operation as the sole operation. Wrap that in a separate database and state operation such that we don't try to recreate the table. Also include the prior migration as a dependency.
I encountered the same problem. Ozan's answer helped me a lot, but unfortunately was not enough. Indeed, I had several foreign key linking to the model I wanted to move. After some headache, I found the solution, so decided to post it to solve people time. You need 2 more steps. Before doing anything, change all your foreign key linking to the model into integer field. Then run python manage.py make migrations. After doing Ozan steps, reconvert your foreign keys, put back foreign key the model instead of integer field. Then make the migrations again, python manage.py make migrations. You can then migrate and it should work, python manage.py migrate. Hope it helps. Of course, test it in local before trying in production to avoid bad surprises. Smile.
I get nervous hand coding migrations, as is required by Ozon's answer, so the following combines Ozon's and Michael's strategies to minimize the amount of hand coding required. Before moving any models, make sure you're working with a clean baseline by running make migrations. Move the code for the model from app 1 to app 2. As recommended by Michael, we point the new model to the old database table using the db_table meta option on the new model. Run make migrations. This will generate create model in app 2 and delete model in app 1. Technically, these migrations refer to the exact same table and would remove, including all data, and recreate the table. In reality, we don't want, or need, to do anything to the table. We just need Django to believe that the change has been made. Per Ozon's answer, the state_operations flag in separated database and state does this. So we wrap all of the migrations entries in both migrations files with separated database and state_operations equals ... For example, becomes You also need to make sure the new virtual create model migration depends on any migration that actually created or altered the original table. For example, if your new migrations are app2.migrations.0004_auto_date, for the create, and app1.migrations.0007_auto_date, for the delete, the simplest thing to do is open app1.migrations.0007_auto_date, and copy its app1 dependency, for example, app1:0006 ... This is the immediately prior migration in app1 and should include dependencies on all of the actual model building logic. Open app2.migrations.0004_auto_date, and add the dependency you just copied to its dependencies list. If you have foreign key relationships to the model you're moving, the above may not work. This happens because dependencies are not automatically created for the foreign key changes. We do not want to wrap the foreign key changes in state_operations, so we need to ensure they are separate from the table operations. Note, Django 2.2 added a warning, models.eo28, that breaks this method. You may be able to work around it with managed equals false, but I have not tested it. The minimum set of operations differ depending on the situation, but the following procedure should work for most/all foreign key migrations. Copy the model from app 1 to app 2, set db_table, but don't change any FK references, run make migrations and wrap all app 2 migration in state_operations, see above. As above, add a dependency in the app 2 create table to the latest app 1 migration. Point all of the FK references to the new model. If you aren't using string references, move the old model to the bottom of models.py, don't remove it, so it doesn't compete with the imported class. Run make migrations but don't wrap anything in state_operations, the FK changes should actually happen. Add a dependency in all the foreign key migrations, i.e. ultrafield, to the create table migration in app 2, you'll need this list for the next step, so keep track of them. For example, find the migration that includes the create model, for example, app2.migrations.0002_auto_date, and copy the name of that migration. Find all migrations that have a foreign key to that model, for example by searching app2.yourmodel to find migrations like add the create model migration as a dependency. Remove the models from app 1. Run make migrations and wrap the app 1 migration in state_operations. Add a dependency to all of the foreign key migrations, i.e. ultrafield, from the previous step, may include migrations in app 1 and app 2. When I built these migrations, the delete table already depended on the ultrafield migrations, so I didn't need to manually enforce it, i.e. alter before delete. At this point, Django is good to go. The new model points to the old table and Django's migrations have convinced it that everything has been relocated appropriately. The big caveat, from @Michael's answer, is that a new content type is created for the new model. If you link, for example by foreign key, to content types, you'll need to create a migration to update the content type table. I wanted to clean up after myself, meta options and table names, so I used the following procedure, from @Michael. Remove the db_table meta entry. Run make migrations again to generate the database rename. Edit this last migration and make sure it depends on the delete table migration. It doesn't seem like it should be necessary as the delete should be purely logical, but I've run into errors, for example app1_your model doesn't exist, if I don't.
If you want to see more, please consider subscribing.